Last year we did a video on crypto shooter games. I think it's about time to revisit that list and check out what kind of shooters crypto games have to offer in the year 2023. We're actually nearing 2024, so I would think that the shooters need to be really good this time. But welcome back to the show where we talk about all things crypto, NFT, metaverse, and new amazing projects. I'm your host, the Inspector. You're about to be mind blown, and let's get this show on the road. We're gonna start with Phantom Galaxies. If you don't know about Phantom Galaxies, you're missing out. It looks like a Transformers game in space, where you are a Transformer shooting a gun, a big gun at that. This game is built on Polygon and it's going to be available for Windows, or rather it is available for Windows. It is live right now. Phantom Galaxies combines an open world space simulator with a fast-paced mech shooter and a captivating story. The game is set in an open world where players can pilot the mechanized starfighters that transform from advanced fighter spacecraft into combat mechs. So really think of it as Transformers in space, as I said, but instead of transforming into a truck, you transform into a friggin' spaceship. Of course, all the games on today's list are play to earn. All of the games on today's list have NFTs, and not all of them are free to play, but most of them are going to be free to play. That's kind of the thing in crypto. It's either free to play or you can rent someone's NFT in order to play. So it's usually either or. But this is Phantom Galaxies. We have timestamps down there where you can pick and choose what game you want to see me talk about, and I will also leave links in the description down below where you can check out all of these games for yourself. Moving on to the second game on the list called Meta Ops. Meta Ops, built on Solana, available also only for Windows, is an action tactical shooter. It's a first-person shooter game. Of course, NFT support and play to earn, but this one is also free to play. As you can see here, it is free to play, and so players will be able to advance their characters, their NFT characters, level up their weapons, and earn points to redeem mystery boxes. Mystery boxes contain Meta Ops NFTs. So it is currently live, and you're able to play 6 versus 6 team death matches. However, in stage 4 of their roadmap, they'll be releasing more game modes such as Capture the Flag, Search and Destroy, Free for All, Knife Only, Hide and Seek, and all that fun jazz that you would expect from a first-person shooter game. Moving on to game number 3, which is the first one from today's list that is still in development, called Decimated. Decimated, also Solana and also Windows, so available on Windows and built on the Solana blockchain. So what is Decimated? Decimated is a free-to-play, play-to-earn NFT game that's set in this sci-fi dystopian future where only the fittest can survive. So the world is inhabited by other friendly and hostile players, plus the NPCs, including the manufacturing robots, the monsters, the mutated creatures, and all of them are competing for survival, resources, and territories. Players can choose to either be a human citizen or a cyborg cop. Which side will you choose? You know me, I always go with the side of humanity. If I can choose humanity or aliens, I will always choose humanity, man. I'm just a racist toward aliens, you know? I'm just joking. If any alien watches this, I'm kidding. I'm not a racist toward aliens. I just don't like cyborgs. So yes, this is a sort of survival game with elements of cyberpunk, and of course it is a shooter as well. This is Decimated. I would definitely recommend checking this game out because it looks really cool. If you're into that cyberpunk slash post-apocalyptic vibe, then this game might just be for you. Moving on to the next game on the list, and this is a game I just could not talk about. It's called Shrapnel. Shrapnel is a first-person shooter currently in their pre-sale phases, working on the Binance Smart Chain, available for web and also for your phones. This is what it says here. It's available for Android and iOS, but this game has the best graphics out of all the games I talked about, so how is this the only game available for phones? I don't know. So this might be a mistake on the part of the playtoearn.net website, or maybe they have a less graphical, less like GPU intensive version for the phones. I don't know. Either way, this looks amazing. Shrapnel is a game you do not want to miss out on. This is a AAA extraction shooter built on the blockchain, of course. It's going to be absolutely free to play, and of course NFT assets and all of the fun jazz that goes with every single one of the blockchain related games. This is why we love blockchain games. True freaking ownership. I can own my characters, I can own my guns, I can even freaking own land. Well, in a lot of games you can. I don't think you can in Shrapnel, but in a lot of games you can. So apparently their experts have worked on some of the biggest titles in the gaming industries, including Halo, Call of Duty, Star Wars, and many more. So if we really wanted to get in depth, we would now search each one of these individual team members and see what they have worked on before. We're not going to do that, but if someone wants to do that, you can. Either way, Shrapnel is a game you do not want to miss out on. It looks absolutely amazing, and if you're a fan of shooter or FPS games, you're going to want to see Shrapnel. Moving on to the next game on the list, which is built on Polygon, and it's called Victory Point. It's available for Mac and for Windows, and this is an action PvP shooter. So Victory Point launches with 4 maps. It is in the alpha stages right now, and each one of these maps has distinct natural and urban details. So you can fight in the dry desert of Tunisia, in the deep jungle of the Congo, the chaotic neighborhoods of New Delhi, and the abandoned harbor of Chicago. So contrary to other Web3 games, when players purchase a Victory Point NFT soldier, they will see its value reflected in the VIT balance. VIT is their coin. So finally, a shooter game on this list that actually takes their finances seriously. I'd love to see a game talk about the coins a little bit, not just gameplay. Gameplay is nice. I want good gameplay. I want a good game, but I also want good economics inside of the game. I want the coin to be utilized. I want interoperability. I want NFTs. That's why I'm in the Web3 space, man. If I didn't want all of that, I would just play a normal game, not a Web3 game, you know what I mean? So before starting the match, players must commit a VIT balance into the reward pool. When the match ends, the reward pool is distributed among the players based on their individual performance. So the better you play, the more you're gonna earn. This may be a little bit difficult to understand, so let me put it in simple words. Before the match begins, everybody wagers a little bit of their VIT balance into a pool. The people who play the best earn the most. The people who play the worst earn very, very little. Now, to combat that and have the people who don't play very good also earn something, they will earn some sort of yield that comes from the revenue generated by the game. So there will still be less than the players that actually play the best, but it's still gonna be not nothing, you know what I mean? So there you go, that's Victory Point for you. Wanna check out Victory Point? Links in the description. As I said, I'm moving on to the next game called Cosmic Assassin. Now, I don't know if you guys like this rapid fire mode. I'm kind of throwing games out there. Usually I take my time with every single game, but this time I wanted to cover more games, and so I do it a little bit faster. I don't know which you prefer. Do you prefer me to do less games but take more time with each game, or do you prefer to do more games and just rapid fire through? Let me know. Anyway, Cosmic Assassin live right now, Polygon Network, and it's available for web. So it can work either on Mac, on PC, maybe even on your phones. I doubt that it can work on the phones, but it's available for web. Free to play, NFT support, and crypto play to earn, of course. Now, this is one of the games that looks like it's from 1999, but that's besides the point, because in Cosmic Assassin, each kill in the Cosmic Arena earns you blood diamonds, or the BLD token. As you accumulate BLD, you can redeem them for unique NFTs, offering you a tangible stake in their game or their universe. So in their words, gear up, prime your engines, and let the call of the cosmos guide you to victory. Cosmic Assassin awaits. Let's conquer the stars together. I like that. Now, yes, it doesn't look the best, but that's besides the point. There's a lot of games, a lot of indie games, and the Web 2 gaming sector that don't look too good, but are still freaking amazing. So give the game the benefit of the doubt. You can still earn in it and earn NFTs for free, and it's available for web right now. So it's also free. Did I mention it's free? There you go. Cosmic Assassin. I don't want to bash into it too much because I do appreciate what they're trying to do. And there's going to be a lot of small-time developers and small-time studios trying to build games. And you should never bash them just based on the graphics. Not every game is going to be AAA quality graphics-wise. And that's totally fine as long as they do a good enough job with the gameplay loop and keeping you engaged. And also a good job with their economics and tokenomics. Then I'm fine with it. It doesn't need to look like a AAA game. It just needs to play really well. That's it. Moving on to the next game called Last Expedition while we're at AAA games. Well, this is one. This is a AAA game made by Gala Games, so Gala blockchain, available for Windows. Currently in development, but they do have some versions available to play. I have actually played this one myself. I tried it in a sort of competition that we did for Gala Games. And so yes, an NFT is required in order to play this, or it will be required in order to play this, but they of course, have NFT support, which kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said before. So true player ownership, always very important. So in the last expedition, players will face off against an hostile alien world in which everything and everyone wants to annihilate them. In addition to the world wanting to hunt you, you'll be playing against other players, so it's also PvP. So not only are you fighting against the world, you're fighting against other players as well. You're supposed to extract something from the map, and once you've extracted it, all the other teams will see that you have it, so they're also trying to hunt you down. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a very good concept, and I very much like the last expedition. It plays well, the animations look very nice, and it's made by Gala Games, and Gala makes some very decent games. There you go, last expedition. If you want to check it out, as I said, all the links in the description down below. And now, last but not least, currently in the beta stages, Blast Royale, made on Polygon. Of course, Polygon being the layer 2 solution for Ethereum's scalability problem. This is a battle royale, if you couldn't have guessed from the name, and available for phones, so Android and iOS and Windows and Mac. Free to play, NFT support, and play to earn as well. So players are pitted against each other in a last man standing survival match, which is, you know, the norm for battle royale games, and this is the first shooter on the list. It's not third or first person, but it's actually a top-down perspective, so some people might actually like that even more, but it is a shooter game. So equipment can be in-game items obtained for free or NFT items. A player must have at least 3 different items equipped in order to be able to play a match. In the course of a match, players collect ammo, health packs, armor, and other things hidden on the map, and they can also collect items that other players drop, including their NFT weapons. It's very interesting, right? But the thing is, players do not bring items collected in a match back to the main game. So that's kind of unfortunate. That'd be very nice to have that, kind of like Deadrop has, and Deadrop is another shooter that I'm not going to talk about today, because I do have a separate video where I talk only about Deadrop, and if you want me, I'll make another deep dive into Deadrop, but I don't think that's necessary. Everybody knows about Deadrop at this point, so I want to kind of shine a light a little bit more in the games that not everybody talks about. So I hope I have succeeded at that, and I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. Inspector out. Peace.